Hello guys! First I want to thank each and every one of you for watching this movie and supporting this awesome tiny little forum that we have that is dedicated to the Lian TU brand of cases. I personally got into these cases by accident. I was looking into something a little bit less than the Prodigy, I guess. After that debacle, I'm sure every one of us have been there and thought, "Oh, that case looks cool," and ended up with, "Yeah, let's just not talk about the Prodigy, okay?" But I've lately seen the need to expand my case a bit. So, when Lian Li announced that they were going to make an ATX case of the TU 1 and 200. I was so ecstatic. So at first I was a little bit hesitant about getting the case because it was very expensive. It's about $300 here in Norway. So I was like, oh, but if I don't like it, what will I do? Well, today I'm going to tell you everything that's, well, wrong about the case and everything that's good about the case. So I hope you enjoy and stay awesome. Okay, so let's start off right here with the Lian Li PC-TU300. This was my first case and undoubtedly the one that made me all famous, quote unquote, on this forum. It's a tiny little ITX case and it's so amazing. Many people say that it's sort of trashy and it's not good and the thermals are not great. Well, they're all true, but it has its charm. This thing will start a conversation like no other thing on this planet, I tell you. I've been to LAN parties, I've been all over, and this case, it just starts a conversation with anybody. Everyone's like, what the hell is that thing? It's so tiny, it's like a speaker, but smaller. Yeah, well, it's a full-blown case, I tell you. Look in here, I got a full-size GPU, well, almost, and I got an i5 overclocked, and I got all the storage I need. And they're like, wow, what the hell is this? So everyone says that the thermals is not great, and they are undoubtedly true. So I vented the bottom of mine, as you can see here. Not clearly, but the can is actually inside there. And the case kind of needs it. It needs to blow hot air into the GPU, otherwise it will throttle. Let me tell you, if your case does not make your GPU throttle, your TU100 case is wrong. Simple as that. Or you are compromising. You're compromising by getting an i3 that's not overclockable or anything like that. I tell you, you can have a full-blown PC in this case. There's no problem. You just gotta take the step. You gotta be willing to take the risk. Like, if I unbolt this fan shroud on my GPU, it will void the warranty. Yeah, well, of course it will. That's why you buy a trash one, to try. Get an AIO and mount that sucker on there. You'll see all the light. All the light. You will be like, whoa, where have this been all my life? Anyway, let's jump on to the TU200 case. And this, everybody, this is the Lian Li PC-TU300. It's a slightly bigger and fatter brother of the Lian Li PC-TU100. And it's got some few characteristics that's a bit better, in my opinion. But it's not as cool as the TU100. For example, you have space for 4 complete 3.5-inch drive. And you can also convert the 5.25-inch optical disc drive bay to house 6 of those 2.5-inch drives. 6 of them. Imagine the NAS compatibility. NAS, what's the word? Yeah, you get the idea. You can build an awesome NAS box out of this. But you can also fit a full-size GPU. In fact, you can get the R9 Fury Nano in there, the one with the AIO on it. It will fit perfectly. You just have to remove the drive bay. Also, to be able to fit it, you will probably have to cut a little bit on the sides of the front plate. I'm not entirely sure, but my EK radiator didn't exactly fit in there. Don't remember quite why at this point in time, but yeah, anyway, I digress. The thing with the TU300 is that it's a little bit too big for being an ITX case, in my opinion, when you can see what the potential of the TU100 is. So I wish that they had made an M80X case of the TU200, but that's my opinion, and I can certainly be wrong sometimes, but I just feel that the case lost some potential right there. It's a little bit too big, but what can you do? It's a great case, but I would recommend this one very little compared to the TU100. It's a more noob-friendly case, undoubtedly, but it's far less portable in the sense that you can't actually put it in your backpack. As far as the TU100 go, you can put it in the backpack. You can even put it in your purse, your girlfriend's purse, or if you wear a purse, or a satchel as it's called, you can certainly put it in there too. So, would I recommend it? I mean, if you're into the sort of bigger ITX cases, you will certainly do okay in this one, but if you want a challenge, you should go for the TU100. Okay, let's jump out to the main attraction of this video, the TU300. Okay guys, this is the main attraction. What do you guys think about this? It's so cool that Lian decided to make an ATX case out of my favorite case in the whole world. I'm so stoked about this, and I couldn't wait to get mine. And then I got it, I built it, and I was like, man, this thing, it's pretty cool. And it's pretty trash. It's actually on the trash level of the Prodigy. What, you might say? Is this the Myrdal from the forums? No, it can't be. He is a Lian patriot. He wouldn't say something like that. No, well, maybe he would. Hear me out there. I mean, the case, it's so big. It's an ATX case. You can fit a full-blown ATX motherboard in there. Why the fuck would I not put more cable managing grommets there? It's 2. I mean, what the hell? Don't you think I need more than 2 cable management grommets? Well, I'll let you know something, Lian. I do. And all this wasted space above the power supply and under the hard drive bay? What am I supposed to do with that? Nothing. There's nothing there. It's not in the fan up front. And, oh, don't even get me started on the fans. Man, those are the greatest fucking fans in the world, aren't they? No, they are not. They're terrible. I'm actually a bit mad about that, because it's a case, it's $300, guys. It's $300. You can get so many cool cases for that. Not cool, but you know, you can get a good case for that. Like the Define R4. There, boom. Get that one. Do not buy this. But if you're at heart truly a TU fanboy like I am, just to have it in your collection, I guess it will have its purposes. But I'll explain a little bit more. Okay, the top fan mounts, they are mounted like the optical drive base on the TU100 and TU200, so they're like spaced out. But you have to get them out to be able to mount the 8-pin, what's it called? The 8-pin, the CPU power connector thingy. Because otherwise, I mean, I don't have lady hands, I'm a guy. My hands are huge. I can't get my fingers in there. So you have to take them out, and that's a hassle, and obviously you find that out after you put everything in there, and you're not willing to take everything back out again, because this is an ATX case, you shouldn't have to take everything out again. Okay, so that's the first thing, and then you have the, what's it called, the dust filters. The dust filters at the bottom, I don't know if this is intentionally, but they're mounted inside the case. Like, you can't actually fit a fan there if you keep the fan filters there. you have to take them out and mount them from the underside of the case. And I don't know if that was intentional or not. Because obviously I haven't read the manuals, because manuals are for, people who aren't very good at stuff, No, I'm just joking with you. But those sort of things is what kind of the TU300 is. What's the word I'm looking for? It's cursed by these sort of things that doesn't quite make sense. Like, why would there be a slimline optical drive on this case and full size one on the TU200? Like, for fucking at least you should have given me the full size one so I could put in one of those converters to 2.5-inch drives. Like, would that really be so hard? I know there's space for like 3 drives natively, and if you remove the filters at the bottom you can probably get 2 more. But if you're built in the TU100, you'll know that rubber bands, duct tapes and velcro strap is your best friend. So that wouldn't really be a problem for any of us, but it should be there natively. But there's not all bad with the case. It's support full-size GPUs, although my MSI Armor card was quite a, I'd say, snug fit. And whatever you do, do not buy a long power supply. Like 170 millimeters, that is the absolute max you can have. Like my new EVGA power supply, it barely fits in there. It's so tight. I mean, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Other than that, yeah, it's got the handle. It's the TU300. It's nothing special. I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's not exactly what I hoped for, to be honest. I'm a little bit disappointed, but it houses my ATX card and it does it pretty well, so I guess I can't complain. Other than that, I feel I've done the forum and the community good service here by providing an actual build in the case, not like the showcase things that Lian Lee have done, because I couldn't actually find anyone that had actually done a build in the TU300, but it might just have been my bad googling skills that sorted that out for me. Here you have at least an actual build, like something you would see in real life that you compare your build to. So if you're interested in the TU300, it's like $300 plus shipping. So I mean, if you're all about that life, go for it. If you for some reason feel that you need this thing, just think about the Fractal Design R4 and look at the price difference. I mean, it's an easy choice for me. I will always go with the TU, no matter what, but for everyone else, I would recommend going with something else. That's all. So, thank you for watching, and have an awesome time, guys. And finally, guys, I did not forget, don't worry, I promised you all a face reveal, and this is my face. So, if any of you have any questions for me about any of the cases, please feel free to ask, DM me or anything. I will always answer. Might take a few days, but don't worry, I'm always alive. And thank you all so much for making this community so great. I cannot appreciate you anymore. You're just the greatest. I mean, what can a guy ask for? You're just so awesome.